always know where I'm headed, but I always find a way to keep going. Roll with me. Good morning, everyone. My name's Olivia, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I just wanted to hop on here briefly and talk to you about the power of writing when processing heavy emotions like loss, grief, sadness, and I wasn't sure if I was going to even talk about it, but I woke up this morning with it heavy on my mind. I had a friend reach out yesterday that I hadn't talked to in a while, who has experienced the tragic loss of 2 of her children. And it's not something that happened fairly recent, like within the last month or so, but over the course of years, she's experienced loss of 2 of her sons. And as a mother who has experienced loss, I had a son in 2001. He passed in, he was a preemie. He passed in 2003. And even though I don't feel that sadness every day, sometimes that grief comes in waves. Sometimes, around like major days, like maybe the anniversary of his death, or his birthday, what would have been his birthday, I'll experience some pretty heavy feelings. So I just wanted to share briefly, some things that have helped me in the past with processing those emotions, and some things that some tips that I've given my friends and loved ones who've experienced grief, or those heavy feelings. I've given them to kind of help them just get through the moment, or any moment that may come up later on. So one thing that has helped me is, as I told you before, I do poetry. So one thing that's helped me greatly is writing a poem to my son every birthday or anniversary of his death. It's not something that I've done every year, but the years where that grief, that sadness, hits me the most, I have to stop whatever I'm doing and just write. Sometimes it's just a letter saying, "Hey son, I know you're there. I know you're watching over me and, your siblings. I love you." Just acknowledging his spirit, his presence. Sometimes I'll post it to social media. Sometimes I'll just keep it to myself. And so yesterday when I talked to my friend, I encouraged her to write a letter to her son, or both of her sons, as if they were still here. Like, what are some things she want to say to them, or just write freely about what she's feeling. Because one thing that doesn't help is telling yourself that you shouldn't feel sad, you shouldn't feel grief, you shouldn't feel any type of way, because honestly, there will be people that tell you you're not over it by now. It's been X amount of years. Like for me, it's been what, 21 years? But there's no time limit on grief. There's no handbook that says this is how long you should feel, however you feeling about the loss of your child. Because no mother, no parent plans on burying a child. There's no preparation for that. My son was only a year and a half when he passed. And I did a lot of praying. I did a lot of hoping. I did a lot of things hoping that God will heal him. You know, but he passed. And even though death is inevitable, it's still something that you're not prepared for. So if anyone watching this has experienced loss of a child, whether it was 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago, I just want to encourage you to write. Just write. You don't have to share it. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. Just write. Write to your child. Tell them how much you think about them. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much you miss them. It's okay. Those feelings are all valid and all very real. So, I hope this helps someone. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Until next time.